This is Orlando Sentinel Now.
Hello and welcome. It's Monday, August 16th, and this is Orlando Sentinel Now. Today we're talking about Florida restaurants thriving in a COVID world and a new addition coming to the East End market. I'm your host, Joe Mario Pedersen, and joining me today, I have business reporter Austin Fuller and food columnist Amy Drew Thompson. Thank you both so much for being here today. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Austin, coming to you first for one of your latest headlines. Florida restaurants aren't seeing a drop in business despite coronavirus surges. So, Austin, how much of an increase are we talking about here?
A lot of restaurants I've talked to over the summer actually saw their business, their sales go up compared to 2019, which is important because you don't want to compare to last year because everything was shut down or people weren't comfortable going out. So over the summer, restaurants started to see their sales go up. And now that the cases are going up, the coronavirus cases, and there's a lot of headlines about the Delta variant and things like that, you would think that maybe they would see a drop off with that in business, but that's not what you're seeing. Restaurants I talked to either said they've seen no effect from the cases going up, or they've seen a slight dip in recent weeks. But that could be any number of things, including back to school, less people are going out to eat.
Mhm. Gotcha. Now, Austin, no, it feels like the story from restaurants that we've been seeing from the summer is a shortage in employees. Has that still been a big challenge for restaurants?
Yeah, and we've wrote about the staffing issues a couple times, and you can still see hiring signs up over town at restaurants if you're just, driving around. From when I spoke to the senior vice president of the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association, he said the biggest problem for growth for restaurants right now is the staffing issues.
And Austin, you got to talk to some patrons while they were enjoying a meal. Wondering what were they saying about what their comfort level was while being out?
Yeah, it's kind of a. And I was at the Hangry Bison in Winter Park Village last week, and it's kind of a mixed response from the people I talked to. One person said, "I'm comfortable. I'm vaccinated." Another person said he didn't intend to be vaccinated because he already had the virus, but he was comfortable because he had already had the virus. And then another person said he was vaccinated, but he's kind of limiting when he'll go out to eat. He'll go early. He doesn't want to be eating out when there's crowds.
Now, your story has a big focus on restaurants, but it also touches a bit on non-restaurant business as well. What kind of business have they been seeing?
So I talked to the Florida franchise partner for Floyd's 99 Barber Shop. They've got several barber shops across the city. They've seen some drop off in business at their locations that are near hospitals, which could be because the hospital workers who might be coming in to get a haircut regularly are busy dealing with the pandemic. They've also re-implemented their mask policy that you have to wear one because obviously when someone's cutting your hair, they're getting pretty close to you.
Absolutely. Pretty interesting story. It seems to be almost like a dipstick measurement of how people are feeling about the virus overall. If you're all interested in finding out more details, take a look at Austin's story online right now. Austin, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Amy Drew, coming to you now for some exciting news. Coming over to the East End Market. Upstairs, they're having a new addition called The Neighbors. Can you tell us about it?
Well, people are really excited about this because there's a beautiful space upstairs that has hosted in the past pop-ups on chef's tables and even weddings and things like that. And it's a great space. Bookings had dropped off, obviously, due to the pandemic. And Jacob Zeff of Freehand Goods, and if you're familiar with the market, he has a really cool stall downstairs that sells Florida maker-based items, really cool t-shirts, personal care items, art, stickers, all kinds of things. And he had been shopping around for a similar concept to what the neighbors became, couldn't find anything that really worked. So he and John Reif, who's the owner of East End Market, had a meeting. And he spun up his concept, and John had said, oh, we should add a cocktail concept. And it started to evolve, and it became what is now the Neighbors, which will be a combination of retail, cocktail, and chef's table, all in this really nice upstairs space.
So that's a really fun, exciting trifecta of different worlds all colliding together, Amy Drew. As far as those creators go, though, are they all Orlando based?
Well, the creators in the retail market will be mostly Orlando based. but all Florida based. If you're talking about the retail, the partners themselves are all from Orlando though. So you've got Jacob Zeff and you've got John Reif, as we spoke about before. And then in addition, you've got this sort of restaurant super duo behind the chef's table in that Domu's Sunny Wynn and Bento Groups, Johnny Tung, who have really spun up some phenomenal restaurants on their own and also helped a lot of other people around town kind of get their businesses going. They're going to be behind the incubator chef's table that's upstairs.
Now, in regards to that chef's table, I'm wondering, is that, I saw it was listed, the Domu Lab Kitchen. Is that the same thing?
That is the same thing. And they will be bringing in talent, new chefs that are looking to explore concepts that they have and may not have the space to do it. So they will sort of be chefs in residence, and they'll be running an 8-seat chef's table when it's operational. And these will be by reservation only. So people will be able to sign up and sit at the chef's table. It's going to be open. They'll be able to ask questions and try lots of new dishes. But even while the chef's table is going on, the neighbors will still be open, and people from downstairs can bring their sandwiches or their coffee and sit upstairs. They can see what's going on at the chef's table. They can shop. They can have a cocktail. So it's going to be a very community oriented space with the retail in the center and most of the seating at the perimeter, where you'll have views of the Audubon Park Garden District.
So, Amy Drew, so with all these different partners coming together and the way that it's being displayed, it almost feels like that this is supposed to be a showcase of what Orlando has to offer, especially in its food and cocktail arena. Is that the idea?
I think so. John Reif had expressed that we are such a unique city. We have so much to offer people. We have so many culinary concepts. And I think that the folks in town are very aware, but this may help sort of spread the word and be able to showcase things that are very uniquely Orlando and uniquely Florida on a larger scale. And that's certainly what East End Market already does. And this will be a springboard for so many other businesses to showcase what they have, whether it's edible or not.
Oh, it's really exciting. So, when can we look forward to it actually opening up?
We are hoping for a late, I should say, they are hoping for a late September opening. Everything is kind of getting ready. The space is still in renovation, but it's getting close. And there will be announcements soon about who that first chef in residence is going to be. So I know that he's already been selected. We'll see who that is.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can easily be thrown into that. We are hoping that it'll open very soon. That is exciting. Can't wait to find out more about it. If you're all looking for more details, go visit orlandosentinel.com and take a look at Amy Drew's column for more on that and for many other stories that are happening in and all around the community. If you're a subscriber to the Orlando Sentinel, thank you so much for supporting our work and supporting local journalism. If you want to become a supporter, it's easy to do so. All you need to do is visit orlandosentinel.com/subscribe. But as for OSN, that will do it for us today. A big thank you to Austin and Amy Drew for keeping us filled in what's going on in our community. We'll be back again with more news tomorrow at noon. We'll see you then. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Watch Orlando Sentinel Now live every weekday at noon on our Facebook page and on orlandosentinel.com.